So I've got to imagine that this is a strategy that probably won't work, but the look on his face was absolutely priceless.
Yep.
All right, so welcome. My name is Ross Fertel, and I'm here with Alan Gould. Alan, how are you today?
Doing good. It's nice and cloudy outside, so perfect day to be inside.
Yes, unlike those sunny days where it's also perfect to be inside. But we're here to discuss 7 things about Dogs of War, the latest set for 1.8.
Excellent.
So, without further ado, these are 7 things about Dogs of War. An Ojulin win. This is a fun dual personnel card, but this card was actually part of another set. This set, it was designed, and for whatever reason, the cards weren't entirely released. So they were all put back into the cut file. And when it came out for Dogs of War, focusing on the last 10 episodes of Deep Space Nine, this card fit right in, and we were able to put it in the set, and it sees the light of day.
Wonder if that actor's ever gone like, congrats, you don't have to wear that Cardassian makeup anymore. Bad news, we have a completely different set of makeup we're going to put you in.
Look, going from a full face to pretty much just a nose probably cut him down from 4 hours to an hour. Because I remember
sleeping.
Yeah. I was watching the behind the scenes stuff for the movie Planet of the Apes. Michael Clark Duncan wakes up at 2 a.m., gets in for his makeup. 8:56 a.m., Mark Wahlberg walks in. You look good, Michael. Okay, I'll see you on set. But there were other cards that covered all sorts of affiliations and time periods in that original product. So who knows when we'll see them in a future set. Next up is the card Dominion Command. You heard about what Charlie calls that friggin' Sona card, which went through a lot of changes. This card also went through a lot of changes, I believe, where it actually started out as a headquarters that you could put and play with your central command on Cardassian Prime. And it's just one of those cards that just kept on getting longer and longer and longer until it burst past the facilities template, then burst past the event template and became an incident. And that's just one of those things that happens when you're designing cards. All right. And next up is HQ Shipyards. We originally had a really awesome lore for this, but it was written for the Alpha Quadrant perspective, all about having to rebuild their ships after the Borg invasion. But then, given that the image is probably going to be a Dominion style image, we realize, okay, let's see if we can retool this more from the Dominion mindset. And thus is the lore that you have.
It never occurred to me before seeing that that's a Dominion ship from at a Cardassian outpost, and somehow all the docking, like all the airlocks connect.
Well, you got to figure that once they put the Cardassian Union on the Dominion's payroll, they probably found a way to, retool all the airlocks and things like that, or they probably had things in place from when the Cardassians took the station.
Might just be one of those universal constants, like all ships in Star Trek are always aligned the same way, and everybody's airlocks are just, we all independently invented the same round airlock.
Yeah, until you get people that are 8 or 7 foot tall, in which case just get used to bending over. All right. So next up is Lieutenant Nog. So there's the obvious Discovery reference on this. But there's also a very, very, very subtle reference to the post-novel series. Pocket Books, one of the things they did is they took where the Deep Space Nine series ended and just wrote books continuing on from there. Of course, Nog was a very prominent character in those series, and Aaron Eisenberg read those books, and he told the authors that he was very much a fan of what they did with his character past the series. So it's just a really nice way to kind of bring things all together and honor someone who's keeping track of their character even after the series ends. And then with Luaran 9, you'll notice that the number in her name is a symbol, well, the Arabic numeral. Very, very, very early on, it was actually written out in words. And then just did a quick look-see to realize, oh, wait, that should be the actual Arabic symbol, not the number. Then with Odo, we had a bit of a debate as to what image he should actually have, because we could either do this really gnarly one with some wicked makeup by Michael Westmore, or we could use the healthy, fit, ready to do 100 jumping jacks model. Just felt like this would be able to better place it within the context of the last 10 episodes of Deep Space Nine, and also show off the really awesome job by Michael Westmore.
That is really nice makeup.
Oh yeah, because remember, it all started out with just sweaty Odo and his hair pulled back, and then as things went on, they made, for the next iteration in Broken Link, they made him a little flaky, and as time went on, they just went in on making Odo look as bad as possible when it started to flake.
Well, especially for, this was all still filmed in what, standard def, right?
Oh yes, yeah. Our team is amazing. But whatever Paramount did, they're able to make it look even more amazing. And then finally, Romulan mind probes. This is the only card from that Section 31 episode. Dogs of War does cover the last 10 episode arc of Deep Space Nine, and this one episode didn't really deal with that arc. So by having this card in the set, we're able to showcase all the episodes in that finale arc. I remember when the motion pictures came out, they had a big deal about this is going to use images from all 8 movies, and Hero Worship was the only card in that set that had an image from Star Trek First Contact. So, glad this is in the set. It helps cover all the bases. All right, and those are 7 things about Dogs of War, just some fun behind the scenes information. Hope you enjoyed it. Alan, anything else before we close out?
Oh, looks like a very good set.
Yeah. All right, so let me close out by reading off the cards for the next set. I'm sure there'll be no problem. Let me just get it up here and wait a second.